is.
Yeah. These two, we don't need them. All right. All right. The first episode of the Nerd Happening podcast. Yeah. All right. Podcast where we're going to talk about, nerd stuff in general. We'll do movie reviews every so often, take requests. We'd like to do a lot of superhero-based content, kind of. A lot of Star Wars, sci-fi things, stuff like that. Eventually, we'll start heading out to Comic-Cons, things of that nature. We'd like to do first impressions, take new people who have never been out to Comic-Cons, and show them around. We'll do a few video logs of that, and have them on, interview them about it. Because a lot of people have never actually been to a Comic-Con before, and it's a new thing for a lot of people. A lot of people like it. Some people don't. Some people don't like big crowds. It's essentially just a big gathering of nerds where everybody's farting in the same place, buying a lot of useless stuff they're never going to buy again. Kind of like a flea market with people in costume. And autographs, of course.
And about 100 Spider-Mans.
Yeah. Is that not working now?
I can't hear myself.
Try it again. How about there? There we go. Okay, I turned off the wrong microphone.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 and 3. You're on 4. That's why. Oh, well, we'll leave that in. I love that.
I think that button likes you as much as you like that button.
That went on way too long. That went on way longer than I thought it was going to go on for.
Yeah, I think you said that last time you pushed that button too.
Probably. Because I haven't really messed around a whole lot with these. It's all still new. We're using the Rodecaster, a Rode Procaster for the podcast. And I can't remember what kind of mics these are.
I think that's the Rodecaster Pro.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it says on the back anyway.
Yeah. Rodecaster Pro. I can't remember what the mics these are.
I can't remember either.
No, they just came with them. They're not the Rode brand. I don't know why they didn't have their own brand with the package we got with this.
Right. You think they would, but they didn't.
Yeah. Eventually we'll clean all this up and maybe get some actual boom mics.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, because these are fine for right now, but it'd be better for adjustability for guests and all that later. Because having this just kind of in one place. I mean, it's okay, but it's not quite up and down. You have to use this little thing right there. Little release and then bind it in with tension. All right. So, I'd like to talk a little bit about some nerd stuff, not just podcast equipment. I love The Mandalorian.
Who doesn't like The Mandalorian?
It's great. It feels old school Star Wars, like the first original episodes where it's a little darker, a little grittier. It has more of a western-y feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the noises were nice too.
Yeah, I mean everything's pretty authentic Star Wars wise.
Yeah.
And then they had the Mos Eisley cantina scene with Boba, or not Boba, but the Mando and that other bounty hunter that he was collaborating with.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were in the same seat that Han and Greedo were after the whole shooting who shot first bullshit. Because they altered that, and Han did that little weird head movement thing to make it look like he didn't shoot first.
Yeah.
Because Greedo never actually shot in the original one. Han just shot him. Which I thought lent to his character better instead of trying to make him seem like a better person. He was just kind of an outlaw. That's what he was. You never really knew what he would do. you never knew if you would get double crossed or not.
Are you going to talk about the best character on The Mandalorian?
Baby Yoda?
Yes, Baby Yoda is the best.
Yeah, Baby Yoda's. He's the greatest marketing tool ever.
Oh, yeah. He swept the internet like Baby Groot, basically. Everyone was obsessed with him.
Yeah, he pretty much is the new Baby Groot.
Yeah, he really is, and I feel bad for Groot. But at the same time, I don't, because he was a teenager at the end, and I don't really care for his character now.
Yeah, he had his heyday. He's fine. They made enough money from him.
Yeah, they really did, and they're going to make a lot of money with The Mandalorian. They already have the phone cases out. They already have all types of new stuff out, and I'm just like, I want it all.
Some Baby Yoda sheets, Baby Yoda everything.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
It's going to be really big for Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can just be like, Yoda won for me.
I know. You've already seen that meme with Baby Yoda doing this, and it has heart shooting everywhere. I'm going to see that on Valentine's. Bring me some custom-made ones. Probably for some people who are good at that kind of stuff. Yeah. I like that he could use the Force, but it wasn't... Like, it took a toll on him. You could see that.
Well, he was a baby.
Yeah, but, like in the new Star Wars where Rey uses the Force and she's just amazing at everything and she's just kind of doing it. Oops. Just kind of doing it all there and she's never used it and it doesn't take a toll, whereas Baby Yoda does a little something. He does something really awesome and then he's just like coma. He's just out. Which I like that. It has a price to it.
Yeah, I definitely like I like that way more than Rey just being able to just do anything.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for that Star Wars movie anyway, so.
Yeah. And I mean, he's 50 years old, so he's had time to explore his power that he, I guess, innately knows about, because it seems like Yoda, I don't know, they haven't really confirmed if their species are really good at using the Force innately or what it is, but it's kind of the sense you get from it that they just know how to use it better.
Mm-hmm.
Or they have more midichlorians. Any of that garbage came from the first episode.
I love when he healed
Carl Weathers, whatever his character's name is. Yeah,
I can't think of his character's name either.
I just Carl Weathers, just 'cause I know him from like like Predator and Rocky and all that.
Yeah.
And Happy Gilmore. He's a good actor. I like him. I wish he was in more stuff. Be cool.
Well, he probably makes enough money. He probably isn't worried about being in everything.
Oh yeah, he's definitely made enough money over his career. He's probably good to go forever. But yeah, I like that. I like Gina Carano's character. I can't think of her name. The female mercenary Mando was with.
I can't think of her name either.
Something Dune.
God, we're not prepared at all.
I know. Well, we only watched it the one time.
Yeah, one time through, yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about it more on the channel. We get other people in here. Talk a little more about Star Wars. That won't be the only nerd thing we talk about. Of course, but... Of course, we're going to watch it over and over again, eventually.
Right.
But, yeah, I like that. I like that she was like, like a shock trooper, and that puts a little more lore in the story. Like, what did she do? Are there more people who are just remnants of the old empire that he's going to run into and all that? Like, who's gonna pop up next? Would it be another pilot or something like that?
Well,
he might have to.
Yeah, I do understand that, but what my question is how are they tracking Baby Yoda? I know they had those little devices, but how?
Yeah, I don't know. They don't really.
That's what I want to know. I want to know. I guess unless when he originally captured Baby Yoda unless he put something on him, like, hey, I got him, and put like a little
tracking device.
Yeah, a little tag or something on him. But how would they know? Like, he would be smart enough to obviously remove it if he could.
Yeah, you'd think so. I don't know.
I don't know. That's one thing I've been curious about is how do they know where he is? Like, how do they keep finding him unless it's some... I don't know. I guess I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't really explain that though. But I mean, it fit well.
It's fine. I love it.
Yeah.
I really have no
You're not
big
really,
complaints about The Mandalorian. It was just something I'm curious about.
I don't know. Maybe they were tracking the ship somehow through, because they kind of did that in Last Jedi. They were tracking ships through hyperspace. Maybe they somehow tracked his.
Well, yeah, they could. Yeah, that would make sense. Then they would just have to go on the planet and find him.
Yeah, and then just use like because they said that was sparsely populated.
Yeah, but then again, that guy was walking through the woods with that little handheld device, remember? And the female character got him from behind, and he almost shot Baby Yoda.
Maybe they had...
remember that?
Yeah. Maybe they had the same devices, and they're linked together.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay. Like the Mandalorian was carrying it because he used to be...
Yeah, a bounty hunter.
Him. Yeah, a bounty hunter.
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably the most plausible reason why. I guess. But yeah, I like Mando. I liked her. I like when they cast people who look physically capable of doing things like that. Like she's like, she was a UFC fighter, so she's big and strong.
Right.
Or Mando's, he's lean. He looks fast, but he also relies on technology to kind of make up for maybe any lack of strength he has. Like when he fought the devil-looking guy on the episode with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Crushing the door on him, was coming down and coming sideways and stuff like that. He's kind of like Star Wars Batman.
Kinda.
Yeah.
He does have all those cool gadgets and stuff.
Yeah, I wish I had a flamethrower.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that they actually use that a lot.
Yeah, and I kind of forgot about that episode, not gonna lie. Like, that was one of my favorite episodes because obviously I love Bill Burr, but I kind of forgot about that until you just mentioned it.
Oh yeah, that was
how
great.
He captured like all 4 of them and put them in the jail
cell. Yeah, I like that. That was funny. I like how he had that gun that would come over his shoulder on the robot arm.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That's pretty cool. I like how on his own podcast he was still like, oh, I'm part of the nerd crowd now, and I've been trashing them forever. And the guy who cast him, I think director or something, he was talking to him about it, and he's like, yeah, I've been trashing Star Wars forever. He's like, yeah, no, that's why it's funny that you're gonna be on the show. That's why I want you on, because you've been talking.
I mean, his character wasn't really necessarily nerdy. He was kind of like a bad guy.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I know, but he's still in Star Wars. I get it, but he can also be like, I was a bad guy in Star Wars.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, I was so and so, the Jedi Master or whatever. He was like, nah, I was just a bad guy. Like,
I'm not a clerk. I'm not a filing clerk for an intergalactic library or anything. Something like that. I'm not working at the intergalactic Dunkin' Donuts. Fred's chewing on something.
I don't know what that is.
Our cat's in studio chewing on what looks like I don't know.
It looks like one of those.
Like a bread tie.
Yeah, like a bread tie.
Yeah. But yeah, I love that. I love the whole series as a whole. I like how
I'm ready to watch it again.
I know. I like how Mando at first didn't trust droids, and they kind of had that redemption arc.
Yeah, the part when they were on that river, like the lava river or whatever.
Yeah, and he does the whole.
Should we say spoilers or what?
Nah, whatever. Well, I'll put it in the title.
Oh, okay.
when
and the droid like
does the whole does the Dante's Peak thing, the whole grandma thing. That's what I thought of when I watched it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but now that you're saying it, I can't stop picturing it. It was so sad though, because like they were like, no, you know, I like the ending is with you, like blah blah blah, and he's just like, nope, just gets off and does it, and I'm just like,
now I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Yeah,
it's whatever. No, that's great. There's her cat Sunny. What's up, Sunny? Talk about Star Wars.
He has to be the center of attention at all times.
Yeah, that he does. Come on, get down. Play with Fred. But yeah, that's great. A lot of callbacks, a lot of same sound effects. It fits well because everything's so subtle. Nothing's really overstated. I love the Jawas in it, how they look classic. They didn't try to dress them up in any way.
Yeah, I like that. I think they did a really good job with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. We haven't seen a single Jedi, which I like that because there's more to the Star Wars universe than just the Jedi.
Yeah. Another sad part for me was when I can't think of his name again, but the guy who helped protect Baby Yoda, he's like, hey, take him back to the ship, and then he ended up dying.
Oh, yeah. The guy said, I have spoken.
Yeah.
Launched him a million catchphrases.
Yeah, that was really sad to me, because I felt like that wasn't necessary.
I kind of thought he was going to live and just, like, chill with the Mando for a while.
Yeah, I thought that, too. I thought he was just going to get up and be like, oh, you know, I just have a concussion or something, you know, like not straight dead.
Yeah.
So that was really upsetting.
But I like that they did that, too, at the same time, because it makes the show more unpredictable.
Yeah, I do like that, but what I'm saying is it was sad.
Yeah, it was sad, for sure.
Because then they had Baby Yoda, and they left us at that, like a cliffhanger right before Christmas, and everyone's like, how are you going to make me go through Christmas without knowing if Baby Yoda is okay, which we all knew he was going to be okay. I mean, I did.
I mean, he got punched a few times.
I mean, he did. And I'm not going to lie, I'm surprised those stormtroopers are still, like, standing. Everyone, I could see it on Facebook everywhere. Everyone was just like, how dare you hit my Baby Yoda?
Oh, yeah. Every, if they do any Comic-Cons or any kind of autograph signing, everybody there is going to be like, I hate you. I don't want your autograph. Or they'll get it just, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thanks for your autograph. Go fuck yourself. You punched Yoda.
Basically, I cannot wait for this next Comic-Con, to be honest, because I'm kind of excited to see, you know, if Star Wars plays a big role in the characters that people choose.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how, like, when, like, the Joker came out, there was all kinds of Jokers and all kinds of Harley Quinns. Like, it plays a big role in everyone's, like, choice of who they
talking about Suicide Squad?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I knew you meant.
No, well, I was still talking about the Joker movie in general, because it isn't like we won't be seeing that.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a ton of that.
Yeah, oh no, it's kind of exciting. It's exciting to see, and I love when people bring their little kids and they're dressed up as like little baby Rays, and like I can't wait to see the Baby Yodas, because those are gonna be cute. And
that'll be in every stroller.
Yep, every stroller is gonna. Oh, and it'd be awesome if someone could actually like 3D. I don't know why I'm saying 3D, but like foam a cool thing that goes outside their stroller to look like baby,
like a bassinet.
Yeah, to look like
His
Baby
carrying
Yoda's
thing. That would be cool.
That would be really sweet, and then dress their little kid as Baby Yoda. That would be cool.
Or even have just have a Mandalorian outfit, and you have like a little one you just like pull around, and it has a fake Yoda in it or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a Mandalorian outfit. I'm not gonna lie, that's dope.
Oh, yeah. And the lore lends itself so well to it because everybody has kind of their own individual one. So you just make up your own and like, oh, this is my backstory to my character.
Yeah, and that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in making my own and then having my own backstory. I'm really interested in people that create their own cosplays. Like I met a few men and women at different cosplays, and I'm like, hey, what are you? And they're just like, oh, this is my own thing. Like I created it, and then they would talk about it. I'm like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of groups like the 501st that has all the stormtroopers and the Vaders and Star Wars cosplay, and then there's also there's like a separate one for Mandalorians. It's been going on forever. Actually, when Jonathan, he was telling me he went to I can't remember what Comic-Con it was, but he went full prosthetics as the Emperor and all that, and they had one of the Mandalorian groups were there, and they met him there at the gate, and they're like, you need an escort. He's like, what? No, I'm just a dude in a costume. He's like, no, you're the Emperor. We're gonna have the Mandalorians follow you around. And he had 2 of them like guarding him the whole time.
That would be awesome. Jonathan probably felt like the shit.
Oh yeah, it's like I am the Senate. I'd say that the whole time. Just spouting off stuff like that constantly.
Oh yeah, it would be great. Be so great.
Yeah, because he did like full face everything. It was great.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen pictures of that, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him on here, talk about Star Wars.
I'm sure he'll come on here, him and his wife, to be honest.
Yeah, he has some opinions on the new movies.
Who doesn't? Everyone's got an opinion about everything.
Yeah, I mean it's fine if you like it, but the new movies just they don't sit right with me. I don't like them. They just don't feel true to the story. So
well, I haven't seen the newest one.
Yeah.
Oh, the last 2 newest ones, have I?
No, I haven't seen Rise of Skywalker, but just
the newest one.
Yeah. But Force Awakens and Last Jedi.
Oh yeah. I didn't care to see it. I really don't. Like, I'll watch it if you want me to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I don't really like. Oh, I have to get my. Yeah, I need to see it. I have to get my pre-tickets for it. It's like, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then, obviously on my Facebook, I have half friends that are like, oh, it was the best movie ever. And then the other half of friends that are like, what the literal fuck is going on?
I think if you're an older Star Wars fan, or you've watched the movies a lot of years beforehand, you're probably not going to like it. But if you're brand new, you probably will like it because you don't really have that knowledge or attachment to the old characters, and they kind of got rid of, and just kind of threw all the older characters to the side to make way for the new ones. But they didn't do it in the best way. They kind of just discarded them to.
Are you upset about Jar Jar Binks?
No. I really wish we could have saw him die on camera. He's the worst character. You
know, it's so funny because on New Year's Eve, we decided to watch some Star Wars. I was trying to rewatch them because I've only seen the movies once. And fell asleep, I think, through at least 2 of them just because I was working a lot. And because he is more of like a night owl, I'm more of a morning person. So we would watch it kind of late and I would end up falling asleep because I was up all morning. So we watch it. And I'm just like, what's so bad about Jar Jar Binks? He's not that bad. And then immediately after saying that, I was just like, wait, never mind. This guy's awful.
About 10 minutes later, when he starts showing more of his character.
Yeah, because at first I'm like, he just seems like a nice person. Like, he don't seem that bad. And then immediately I was just like, cancel what I said.
I regret everything.
Yep, 100.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, he wasn't at first. I don't feel like
until he started speaking.
His very first couple words, I was like, he ain't that bad. Why do people not like him? And then his 4th or 5th word, I was just like, Arr.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is kind of terrible.
And it's just like overdone. I was just like, oh my gosh, get over it.
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, this feels a little racist. Yeah. It was terrible. Just terrible. I give the actor credit for being on set with a big fake. He had a big fake Jar Jar like head that went over his head so that people could look at that instead of like looking at his face in the green suit and all that. It's kind of a CG him in.
Yeah, I give him credit too.
He's also in a later scene. They use a lot of people who are dressed up in shots, like one of the later scenes where Anakin and Obi-Wan go into like a bar, a cantina, looking for that changeling. He's in the background, him and C-3PO, stuff like that. The people who actually play them are always in the background. And you never see their real faces. You don't really know them unless you actually know what the actors look like.
Right.
And it's kind of cool that, like, George Lucas, I think he put his daughters in one of the establishing shots where I believe it was Queen Amidala or somebody was coming down the stairs and they were dressed up like officials or something like that. Or some kind of, royalty or dignitary. It is kind of cool. He puts, people or like one of the pod racing scenes where they were betting and stuff. The guy who played R2-D2 was in a shot. Remember me pointing that out to you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Stuff like that, because they have to have a little person inside the actual physical R2-D2. Because I like that. I like practical effects. That's one thing I'll give to the new Star Wars, like Force Awakens, when they did the whole discount Mos Eisley cantina scene. They used real masks and practical effects, except Maz Kanata, where you really can't do her because she had the whole weird squinty eyes and super animated and had to be, but a lot of them in there were practical effects, and I like that. I like practical effects when you can use them. They just look better on camera. Because CGI, I feel like you should use CGI very sparingly.
Yeah, I feel like everything is getting taken over by CGI.
Yeah.
And it's just annoying.
Hey, get out of there. Come on. Yeah, that's the big, like with the Clone Wars, the second movie, or Attack of the Clones, I mean. They had so much CGI. There was no practical stormtroopers, or clone troopers, I mean. All the clone troopers were CGI in that movie.
Yeah, I get it. It's probably, is it cheaper or how is it or no?
I don't know if it's necessarily cheaper. It might be.
It's most likely easy. Yeah, easier.
Yeah, it's more convenient. But it just doesn't look that good when you have that much CGI.
No, it doesn't.
That's why stuff like Jurassic Park holds up better than most modern movies, because they use animatronics and CGI, but they use it just enough that weird part of your brain that makes you say, oh, that's not real, doesn't really kick in too much.
Right.
It's believable.
I can't stop yawning.
You're making me yawn because of it. Yeah, it's a good amount of Star Wars talk. A little more about the podcast. We'll get a few more people in set every once in a while. Do a little more decoration. This is just kind of an intro cast, if you want to call it that. Get some more, get some cool pictures on the wall. We got that Batman detective thing. I just kind of leaned up there just for something in the background. We have a lot of Funko Pops we're gonna throw up there. Might get a few more statues of different heroes,
or you can 3D print something cool.
Oh, we got that Batman bust. I'm gonna throw up there after we paint that.
I'm not sure if that's something you want to talk about on here, is how you have a 3D printer.
Oh yeah, that's 3D printing's awesome.
It is awesome. It's like having a toy store at your house. You can just make anything you want.
Mm-hmm. Not even just toys.
Like anything.
Literally, yeah. Anything you can use made out of plastic. People print spare parts for stuff, brackets, whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
Even
I really like those YouTube videos where they make like drones and different things out of them, like actual working things.
Yeah, there's that one of them. I think it was RC Life on. One of them made that because NASA put out that 3D printed file for that ratchet.
Oh yeah,
that wrench you could 3D print.
Yeah,
It's like 3 Newton meters or something like that. It's all full moving parts and works like regular wrench. I mean, it's only as strong as the plastic you use, but
well, yeah, but either way,
yeah, it's cool if you're up in space and you need something. And you're like, oh, we're stranded up here. We're a couple hundred miles up, on the space station. What are we gonna do? You can't really,
well, I guess I'll just go back.
I'm ordering on Amazon right now. I got Prime. Maybe that might be a thing in the future, though.
Oh yeah, definitely, because I feel like they could I feel like eventually they're gonna start droning out packages too.
I think they tried that, but a lot of them got shot down.
Well, yeah, but that was I feel like that was a thing, but that was I feel like a couple years ago or something. I feel like things are a little bit different now.
Yeah, and it'd be restricted to certain states, like more southern or like California or something where the weather's nice. Because you can't really do that up here in the winter.
Yeah. Here it is winter, snowing, ice, rain, whatever, and the little...
Yeah, the Midwest, Northeast.
Little fans on it would just clog up, I feel like. Propellers.
Oh, yeah. It'd be terrible.
Freeze over.
Yeah, or just, get knocked out of the air. Be awful. Be a lot of lost packages.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get a drone, though.
Oh, yeah, we'll get one.
That's something that I would like to have, and, do cool videos with that.
Mm-hmm.
Doing other things.
That'd be a lot of cool establishing shots.
Yeah, like I really, really want a drone.
It'd be cool if maybe one of the Comic-Cons we go to when we vlog that. I don't know if they'd let us, but fly the drone over and get the big crowd.
We might be able to do that on the outside of the big line, because you know how when you first walk in.
Yeah.
If you guys have never been to a Comic-Con isn't typically... we usually go to the Detroit, Michigan Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So typically it's in like a big showcase, so it's a pretty large room. And then when you get there, let's say it starts at 9. You get there early. Well, there's other people that have already gotten there before you, obviously. And then you look and the line's barely moving, and it's typically there's 100 people, wrapped around the building like a giant snake all around the building. So I feel like, I love when you first walk up, because the whole time you're walking to the end of the line, you're like, oh, look at her costume, or oh, look at this, or blah blah blah. Like you're saying hi, or looking at people, or doing whatever. And you typically it's like, oh my god, I can't wait to get in. I have to pee because we just drove there, but it's still fun because. So I feel like if we got the drone, we would probably be able to hit the outside, as long as everyone was like, yeah, you can record me, because you got to get at least.
Certain states you don't have to have. It's like a one-party consent thing. We'll have to look it up for whatever state we're in.
Yeah, and just see if people would wave at it. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm sure they would.
Get a group of Spider-Mans and be like, hey.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah. Just use a regular camera for that. Drone would be everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Go over the whole crowd of who's waiting on the outside.
Yeah, and do a little circle around the whole building.
Yeah.
Because it's always a couple hundred people wrapped around.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's quite a bit of people. So if we could get the outside, because I doubt we can take it inside. Yeah. Because one, I feel like someone's gonna be like, oh my god, a drone, and try to grab it. Excited, oh look, I'm gonna grab it. And then there's other people, and then there's different curtains and different just situations that are in there.
Yeah, they never let us do that.
I know, but you're the one who said I don't know if they would. So I'm just
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about outside.
Oh, this whole time I thought you meant inside. So I'm like, that ain't gonna happen.
No. Yeah, inside. If they allowed drones, everybody'd have one. It'd just be like a sea of drones in the air. It'd be super loud.
It would be awful because there's like no regulations with the air traffic in there. Like, like they can't be like, okay, you stay in this lane, that stay in this lane. It would just be like constant drone crashes. Like,
oh yeah, people
it'd
getting hit.
Yeah, I would definitely record it though because it would be probably fun.
Oh yeah, being crazy. Drones falling out of the sky, hitting people. Thousands of dollars just gone like that.
I want a drone so bad.
We'll get one. Get one for our adventures.
Maybe I'll get one for my birthday. I still have a birthday present coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we can't wait to go. We'll go to more. We usually go to a lot of Michigan Comic-Cons, a lot of Indiana Comic-Cons. I'd like to start going to some more Ohio ones.
I would like to go to Chicago ones.
That'd be cool.
I really want to go to the Chicago one. I would like to go to New York, and I would like to, stay in this little area.
Mm-hmm. It's hard doing the New York ones because they sell out so fast and they're so expensive. They were like $200 last time I looked, and I tried getting them, but they just gone.
Well, either way, I still want to go to the Comedy
Cellar
in New
that's
York.
in New York. That'd be a lot of fun.
Well, I want a weekend in Chicago and I want a weekend in New York, so.
Mm-hmm. It's probably some comedy place in Chicago. I don't assume
of
there would be.
Of course, why wouldn't there be?
Yeah.
There's places here in Michigan.
I mean, like a major big one where all the big people go.
Is that why we can go there? Because we're big people?
Yeah, totally. Like California has a Comedy Store, and then New York has the Comedy Cellar. I assume Chicago probably has some kind of analog to that.
So if you guys are interested in not only just nerd stuff and interested in our lives, we're going to start vlogging different situations in our life because this year we are going to California. And it's going to be hella fun.
Mm-hmm. It'd be cool if we could try to go to that Comic-Con and line everything all up at once.
See,
that's so hard to get
that would be cool, but that's very, 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 very expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Like, that's something I feel like maybe we could do next year because we could save all year.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's that expensive, but I still want to be able to, when we're in California, do other things than just, this was all of our money kind of thing.
Yeah. But I mean, that's also, I think, the big one over there, I think it's in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
We'd have to take a lot of time off to be able to go there, do all that.
And then go to LA.
Yeah, and then go to LA.
Plus, I want to see the beaches and stuff, so then we have to go somewhere else in California, too.
Mm-hmm. Have to go more of the coastline.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do it all. We just we'd have to take like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we have to really plan it out.
Mm-hmm. Get all the hotel stuff straight. Find a rental car, stuff like that.
Get some weed.
Yeah. No.
We shared 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah. No, we didn't. Kidding me? Goofy.
Always.
Just looking at Fred down there. Our black cat's chilling on the floor next to us.
He is in potato form right now. It's super cute.
It's like he's watching. He's keeping guard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a lot of good plans we have so far for a lot of nerd stuff we'll do. We'll try to do some more vlogs around the area. Maybe get somebody from like Summit, or local comic store, Summit Comics and Games. Maybe try to get somebody from in there come in and talk on the podcast.
We could probably get that one guy.
Torin? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
That works at the store?
Yeah.
Oh. So he has the same name as your one friend?
That's Tori.
Oh, Tori. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It was close.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we could probably get him in here. I'm sure he'd be on here, talk about what's popular and what's selling the best, because they would know about what comics are doing well and which ones aren't. Things of that nature.
That would be cool. That'd be fun.
See all the get all the inside info.
Yeah, secret info.
So they get to like the employees kind of get to read the comics a day ahead of time.
Oh yeah, when we were going there quite often, and we were spending a lot of money there.
Yeah, we were.
So we kind of stopped going there for a minute. But he would always be like, "Hey, what's up? Like, this is blah blah blah. I already read it." And Arthur would be like, "How? I just came out." And he'd be like, "Oh, I read it the day before." And we're just like, "What?"
He's always like, "Yeah, I can't. Oh, this one's so great. This new Batman or whatever." And he'd be like, "Oh, I want to tweet about it, but I can't, so I get in trouble." The day before, we're not really supposed to do that. We're not supposed to divulge, spoilers ahead of time. Stuff like that. That's great. He showed me a lot of good series, and they're pointing out some really cool, some indie comics. I can't think of off the top of my head. I'll have to get them out and talk about them.
Yeah, you have all sorts of comics up there, so you could.
Mm-hmm.
But he was always a nice guy.
Yeah, maybe we can get him and maybe some of the other guys in here eventually.
Well, they have those girls there too, so.
Well, anybody. I mean, anybody from the store, we can get them in here. Hopefully, if they're willing to do it and maybe talk about...
Yeah, because it is kind of awkward. Like, "Hi, I shop here. You want to come talk in my basement?"
You want to... I need a buddy. I need a friend.
I'm pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, get them.
My wife
maybe.
will make brownies.
Yeah.
I will, too. I make some good brownies.
No, you do. Get them in here and talk about what's cool, what's the trend.
What's hip, what's fresh.
Yeah, maybe some
what's
cool...
poppin'.
Yeah, maybe some cool, lesser-known comics.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or just stuff that, maybe something supplemental. Because a lot of, like, going back to Star Wars, a lot of comics talked about side missions and like little in-universe things that you might go, where'd that come from? But can be more easily explained. Like C-3PO's red arm in Last Jedi was from a comic. I believe it was. It kind of showed how he got the red arm. It was just like a temporary replacement. Stuff of that nature. Or explore characters more in depth. Like it was either a comic or I think it was in the novelization of The Empire Strikes Back, where Vader, after C-3PO's blown apart, I guess he goes to him and like picks up and realizes, oh, this is C-3PO, I made this, and has an Anakin moment for a half second, then snaps back to Vader.
Anakin.
Yeah. Yeah. lot of plot holes in the Star Wars universe. Especially with that. Because Obi-Wan, when he said, "Oh, I met your father, he was a great pilot," and he's 12.
Yeah.
Like, how was he a great pilot?
Right.
Half the blowing up that command center was on autopilot and just lucking out. But whatever. They kind of aim that movie at kids, kind of, except all the political talk about trade restrictions and stuff. So half of it was just goofy Jar Jar. The other half was boring as hell. But it did
Jar
give us...
Jar is so awful.
Yeah, he is. Terrible. It did give us Darth Maul, though.
I do like Darth Maul. He's a cool character. I don't feel like he was on the show enough.
No, they kind of redeemed him in the Clone Wars series. They gave him more time.
Every time the guy who plays Darth Maul is at Comic-Con, his line is so full.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of pricey, but I'm like, I kind of want his autograph because he was a cool dude.
Yeah, he seems like he's genuinely a cool dude. I watched a video of him because he's an actual martial artist, and he did demonstrations like with some kind of bow staff or something about how the dual lightsaber. I guess some kid was like doing that with his lightsaber, and he kind of hit back, and he's like, "Come on, let's do this." And some kid got to lightsaber fight Darth Maul.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he seems like really a genuinely cool guy, which a lot of those people are. You kind of have to be that way.
You really do.
Oh, you should be anyway. So yeah, that really helps your fandom of your own character. I mean, it helps the brand as a whole, but also helps you in keeping your character going.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jason David Frank.
Oh yeah, he's cool as hell.
He was so cool. We met him at our very first Comic-Con together. We weren't even dating yet, and he was so cool.
Oh yeah, he was really cool. The Green Power Ranger, if anyone didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super cool. I think a lot of the Power Rangers kind of are. That role kind of lends itself to really cool people.
Well, yeah.
For the most part. There are probably some assholes. And there are, a couple of people got in trouble with the law and did some bad things. But I think overall everyone's pretty cool.
It's life.
Yeah, that's true. But, yeah, they all can't be zingers. Yeah.
But I'm cheating.
What?
I thought you were going to push like that.
Which one is it? I think it's... Nope.
I can't remember.
Nope. There we go.
That one.
Yeah.
They can't all be singers. That's what I heard in my head.
I gotta label these or something.
You just have to use them or you'll figure it out. It's kind of like using your phone. You get used to where the buttons are.
I think I need to plug this in and upgrade the software because I think there's an update for it.
Okay, do it.
Where you can... It's like you can program these, and then there's a separate menu that switches over to a different set, but they're all labeled on the screen. And I really need to do that. But for today, we didn't really need it because this still works 100. This works great, regardless of having that or not. Any of the updates? All right, well, I guess we can wrap this up. I'm going for a pretty good long time. Good intro cast, kind of set the tone. Has some cool conversations later on, some goofy ones. Talk a little bit about everything. Not just Star Wars, of course, but we get more people in, talk about different fandoms and other movies that might not necessarily be nerdy. Maybe in the same realm or just whatever's new and whatever's coming out. We might go over a different saga or series. Like if we talked about Alien or Predator, go over movies individually, say what we liked or disliked about them.
I like those movies.
I wouldn't mind doing a theory or how would you have done this kind of segment where we pick a movie we didn't like or maybe had a great concept to it and kind of roll out your own version of it and how you would have wanted it.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
There's actually quite a few movies I could do that with.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely do that with Star Wars.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, got a lot of time to think about that for sure.
4 hours later.
Yeah, that's only like a movie and a half.
No, I'm saying like you trying to switch things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, whatever. You're not getting it.
No, I do. I'm just saying it would be that long for just maybe a movie and a half. All right. Well, thanks for listening, tuning in. This will be on YouTube, different podcast stations. After we do our first upload, we'll try to do these more frequently. Try to get everyone out every week or so, maybe twice a week, depending on who we can get on and what subjects we'll cover. on how we're going to do things. But, yeah, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Bye. Wait, bye.
Bye.
All right.